Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen. Now, the recipe we have today came about because of someone who was on one of my tours. Now, this is where serendipity jumps in and came up with this recipe. First of all, so I had someone on my tour who is has gluten allergy, and that's happened a lot lately. I get a lot of people who need gluten-free. And this poor fellow, it came on later in life, and I was missing things like carbonara. Well, serendipity. As we're walking past a Family Mart. There, I see they've got an ad right now for a type. It was a little different from what I'm making here, but it's also made with rice and carbonara. I'm like, carbonara Doria. Why did I think of that? Boom. Rice is gluten-free, but we still got all that flavor in here from a carbonara. A lot of bacon in here, and then a little extra cheese on top. So this is baked in the oven. Let's go down, let's dig down inside there. Get some of that. Oh, look at that. Look at all that bacon in there. So you got the rice, of course the eggs and Parmesan cheese are in there. Some mozzarella on top with more Parmesan cheese in it. All right, yeah. I think he's going to like this. All right. Hey, if you're watching the show, let me know down below. Tell me what you think of this idea. All right. Okay, let's go to the kitchen and make this right now. All right, these are the ingredients for carbonara Doria. Pretty simple, actually. What we've got across the front is a 1/4 cup of butter, a teaspoon of pepper, 3 cloves of garlic thinly sliced. This over here is a 1/2 cup of chicken stock or beef stock. I just use chicken stock. May not need it all. That's we're going to have on hand to get the right consistency with our carbonara. Then, over here, 4 eggs and 4 ounces or 110 grams of Parmesan cheese grated, plus over here another ounce or 28 grams of Parmesan cheese also grated. That's going to go with the mozzarella. Back here, the mozzarella, 7 ounces, 200 grams of mozzarella grated. The bacon, yeah, that's a lot of bacon. I love bacon, and this is going to be very bacony. That is 14 ounces or 200 grams of bacon, and as you can see, what I've done is just, I didn't even pull it apart. I'm going to break it apart in the, when it's in the pot here. Basically, just cut it across about 3/8 to 1/2 inch, 10, 12 millimeters thick. Good enough. And here we've got 4 cups of cooked rice. Now the rice has cooled down a bit. It was cooked earlier today. So we're going to heat that up once we get the bacon going. We'll just toss it in there, so not a problem. All right, first thing I want to do, we'll get this pot, cast iron pot, because this is going to go in the oven. It's going to be a great little Doria. Most of the Dorias that you get here usually come to you in some kind of cast iron pot, so this is perfect. Actually, I had a question for you. Maybe you could answer down below, because if you've been watching my show for a while, you know I use this cast iron pot a lot. And I wonder, who else has got a cast iron pot, or did you get one once you started seeing how useful it is? I mean, I love this pot, and it'll last me a lifetime. Made by Lodge. I've got the fry pan too, which actually works as a lid. So sometimes I use a fry pan. I think you've seen that in here quite a few times too. But I definitely love this deep pot here, and what we're going to do now is we're going to heat that up, get that butter in there, and skate that butter around while I start melting that butter. Basically on a medium heat, somewhere between medium and just a little bit towards a medium high. Get that bacon going. All right, butter's melted, in goes the bacon. So I'm going to break that bacon up in here, stir it, cook it. Going to do this for about 6 to 8 minutes. I want to get some browning happening on that bacon, just get it cooking. Actually, there's a lot of bacon there. Yeah, might be a little bit more. So anywhere between 6, 8, 9, 10 minutes. All I'm going to do is cook this until that bacon is starting to brown a little bit. Japanese bacon doesn't brown much, so as long as it's cooked, I'm happy. Gonna get all that flavor. All right, see you back here shortly. All right, we're about the last minute of cooking that bacon. So what I gotta do now is, while that's happening, I want to prepare the eggs and Parmesan. So Parmesan to one side, crack the eggs into a bowl. 1, 2, 3. Nice eggs. And 4. All right, I just gotta whisk the eggs up. And then in goes the Parmesan, the larger amount of Parmesan. So that's the 4 ounces or 110 grams of Parmesan goes in there. That mixed together. All right, so that's gonna be ready to go in with our rice and all. All right, there we go, look at that, ready to go. All right, we're looking good over here too. Let's get a stir. All right, what we're gonna do now, ooh, just threw a piece of bacon on the floor. That is a waste. Don't do that. Let's toss in that pepper, toss in the garlic. Stir around for about not even a minute. Just get that garlic cooking a bit. Now I can see that I'm getting a little bacon sticking at the bottom, so right away what I'm going to do is I'm really going to deglaze this a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of that in there. You hear that sound? That's all going to be flavor coming up into there. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that is really hot. All right. Turn that down just a wee bit. All right, there we go. That's same time that is cooking that garlic. All right, that's good to go. Turn the heat off. Put the rice in. Fill the rice. I'm using Japanese sticky rice, so yeah, it takes a little bit more to get it out of the bowl. There we go. With a couple of pieces in there, I'll nibble on afterwards. All right, break that up. Just, yeah, no, you belong here. I'm gonna break the bacon into, that is hot, into the rice. That's gonna heat up the rice at the same time. Okay, there, look at that. Now, when you're using Western rice, this is going to probably be a lot easier to break up. Sticky rice does take a bit more. The minute it starts to cool a little bit, it gets clumps together even more than when you got it getting hot. Which reminds me, a little anecdote. I remember somebody posted once on Facebook about why in a land where they eat rice did they develop chopsticks to eat with. You haven't seen our rice if you ask that, because our rice sticks very nicely together, very easy to eat with chopsticks. All right, now this is where the carbonara happens. In goes that Parmesan egg mixture. All right. Then, side there. Mix that in. Oh, yes. All right, once that's all mixed together, that's looking really good. And what happens is the heat starts cooking that egg a little bit. And, of course, the rest is going to happen when we're in the oven. All right, so it's looking pretty good. I'm trying to decide whether I need to add a bit more of stock or not. We do want a little on the liquidy side because it's going to be bacon, so I'm just going to add just a wee bit more. I think we'll probably get enough just using that whole, well, not all. We just want to use the whole half cup, anyway. Like I say, it depends. Our bacon also doesn't put off as much fat as other bacons do, which can be disappointing at times. All right. Oh, there we go. That's good. See, that's what we got. We got a bit of a gloopiness. That is absolutely perfect. Now I'm going to smooth that out. Once that's nice and smooth, then what I'm going to do over here is I want to mix the Parmesan into the mozzarella. Probably should have a bigger bowl for that. But all my big bowls have been used. All right, there we go. Just gonna get it mixed together like that, and then on top, spread it out. All right, add it down a bit. Yeah, there's a bit of Parmesan clump there, so let's throw it around a little bit there. That's good. That's all gonna melt together. What happens there is especially the mozzarella melts nicely. The Parmesan just adds that extra flavor I like in there. Oh, a little bit more Parmesan left there. Let's get that in there too. More of that mozzarella. All right, let's go in the oven over there at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. For 10 to 15 minutes. Depending on your oven, what you want to do is you'll see that cheese is going to melt and get a little browning on top. See how much you want. You can just kind of play it by ear, okay? All right, because it's basically cooked anyways. It's just we want that cheese melted. So let's get in the oven now. See ya. Alrighty. There we go. Boy, that cheese is melted. Let's have a little look down the side here. You go down in there, you're gonna have the right. Oh, look at that. That is a fantastic Doria. Perfect. Ready for dinner. Oh, and lots of cheese. Yeah. All right. Dinner tonight. And totally gluten-free. Carbonara, gluten-free. There you go. All right, if you like this, well, stick around and check out some more original Kevin Riley recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen. Now go make this and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.